So, can you remember it all?
Yeah, I can remember it. I'm just trying to sort of get my bearings. This is Beaches.
You were on here
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, 35 peg.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
I'd
Lovely
say
peg.
It's one of the best pegs on
Yeah,
the lake.
superb peg. I had that a couple of summers ago.
Doesn't surprise me that you were on it.
This big un's Loco.
Loco, to me, that's my favourite lake on the complex.
Right.
Full of big fish.
Talk to whoever we're going to fish today though, Nick.
Right, we're going to go on the strip.
Yeah.
We're going to catch on anything you want to catch on.
Right.
Remember, we fished it a couple of years ago and we all caught loads of fish.
Yeah. F1s, was it?
Yeah, F1s and small carp.
Okay.
However, the carp have got a bit bigger in it now.
Right.
We've got a wind off the back, nice comfortable day. I'm just going to fish bomb and cord, 3/4 of the way across up to the far bank, loose feeding over the top. It's just a method that works really well across the complex, to be honest with you.
If you're going to fish a bomb, I'm going to fish a bomb, because it's like I visit the venue once a year, twice a year if that, and you come every week. So
yeah, but you're a good angler, Rob. Don't put yourself down.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but I don't know if I'm getting the results to prove it. So I'm just going to sort of copy your lead. I've got with me, tell me if I'm wrong, I've got a bit of bait left over from the weekend. I've got some bread.
Yeah,
I use bread everywhere I go.
You're an expert with the bread, aren't
yeah, I love my bread.
Yeah.
I've got a few maggots because I fished the canal at the weekend.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can do something with those.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I'm going to scrounge a bit of bait off you if I've got it wrong. You going to answer your phone? Will you answer that?
Can we answer it?
Let's see who it is.
See who it is.
Oh!
Don't know. That's the customer, that, I think.
You've got to see, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh, it's gone off.
Oh.
Right. We're going to have to start again. Right, I just sort of run through what I'm doing today. Quite a simple setup. All I'm using is sweet corn, feeding sweet corn and using a single grain of corn on the hook. To be honest with you, it's a fantastic bait at this time of the year, simply because it's so bright. You'll find as the water temperature starts to cool, the water goes clear, and baits such as the corn really stand out on the bottom and fish can pick them out at quite a distance off. So I'm just going to run through what I'm doing with my bait first of all and how to hook it. First of all, I'm using Dynamite XL sweet corn. It's fantastic corn, lovely big grains as well, which is quite important when you want to fish a single piece of corn on the hook. I'm also adding a little, one of my own confidence boosters really, Dynamite Liquid Scope X. It's fantastic. And as well as that, what you find when you add it to your sweet corn especially, is it brightens the colour of the corn up, which helps it stand out on the bottom, makes it clearer for fish to see. That's one of the reasons, and of course it's got that lovely added scent of Scope X additive, which is just a fantastic all-round additive. Right, I'll just show you what I'm doing. For a start, I'm using a size 20 hook, only a small hook, because I want the fish to suck in that bait with confidence, and with it being a small hook, you often find that you hook them quite a bit further down in the mouth. It's only a size 20 PR36 I'm using. And a quick stop, which is, I like to use the yellow quick stops, which, you know, if I'm using corn, it kind of like blends in with the colour of the bait as well. What I like to do is, I like to use a length of hair rig from the hook to the quick stop, the length of my little nail, and that's how I measure till I get, whenever I tie my hook lengths up, I get the same length hair every single time. And so when I'm at home tying my hook lengths, I tie from my quick stop to the top of my nail for a single grain of corn and across my thumb for 2 grains of corn. So it's quite simple. I know that all my hairs are exactly the same length then. So it's quite a simple way to put it on. All I'm using is a quick stop with a pin, selecting a nice grain out of my tub that will sit perfectly on the hook. So a grain like that nice long grain with a flat bottom, which helps a quick stop sit nice and snug at the bottom of the corn. I'm going to put it in through the top like so, grab the quick stop, and just make sure it sits nice and neat on the bottom like so. And that's it. So really the hook is quite near the corn. So you'll find the fish will suck that in with confidence, and the weight of the hook is so minimal, they won't feel that resistance. And that's it, as simple as that. Right, let's go and try and catch another fish.
Cause I know when you were set for something else, something new. Dropped out with birds to see what life will look like from the bottom.
Hey, it's Terry.
Terry the Tench.
Yeah. Hello, Terry. What are you doing? That's a nice one. Look at that. Little Terry.
You fed much bait, Nick?
Tin of corn.
Have you fed a tin? Another nice F1. Let's just unhook him. Beautiful fish. Let's unhook him, put him in the net, and I'll talk to you about how I'm fishing. Very similar to Nick, to be fair. Probably my end setup's very, very similar. The only difference I'm using is I'm using a running bomb that's not an inline bomb, it's just a standard bomb that's running down. Again, probably about a 12-inch hook length with a quick stop on. I've got a size 18 hook. Baits I'm using though, Nick's using corn, I know Nick's using corn. He wouldn't let me nick any corn off him. So he's managed to give me a handful of pellets, and it is literally a handful. Obviously things are pretty tight in the Speed household at the minute. And I've got some bread. I love using bread this time of year, just punching out 2 or 3 discs, putting it on the quick stop. Make sure you use a reasonably long hair when using bread because it swells up once it's in the water. So there you go, that's what I'm using. It'll swell up nicely once it's in the water. I'm chucking that out, and I'm loose feeding pellets over the top. The wind's lovely today. I can loose feed quite easily, and I can actually reach the far side with sort of like 4mm pellets, and it's ever so nice just to flick 2 or 3 pellets out over the top of the bread just to create a bit of activity in my swim. I've fed a line as well, halfway across with maggots. It's been okay. I've caught a couple of fish on it, on a hair rigged maggot, but it's not been as good as the bread fish tight across. So there you go. There's my setup. Really simple, just as effective as Nick's, and probably cheaper if you scrounge your bait. Right, Speedo, what a fantastic day.
Brilliant.
Loads of fish. We've put most of them back, and we've still got loads left. But
Look at that beauty.
look at my beauty, last chuck. Last chuck, and I reckon you've caught a few fish early on. I've come back at you late.
Yeah.
I don't think I've took over you with this, but he's got to be 15, 16 pounds.
No, it's fantastic fish.
And it's worth it.
Yeah.
Just to get that in the bank.
We've had loads of bites, haven't we?
Well, look how many fish we've had. We've probably
That
had
last hour, you've nearly caught me up, I'd say.
60, 70 pound a piece.
Yeah, 60, 70 pounds.
Let's get them back. Give them a swim.
Back you go, boys.
Just help us with this one, Speedo. Just hold that for us so I can just... He is a gorgeous fish. A gorgeous fish. There you go, mate. What a bruiser. So, fantastic day. Talk to me about baits. What's been best?
I've just fished single corn all day, but what I have done is I fed quite a lot of bait early on in the match, and You've had better fish in the last day, but I've caught a lot more fish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've had a lot of F1s and stuff
Some
like
of your
that.
F1s were less than a pound, weren't they? I think I've had
I
one
was
fish
getting
less than-
signs every time I
Yeah.
was chucking out. There were a lot of fish on my bait, and I think that's simply from me early on, just attacking it with a lot of bait.
When I've started to feed more bait,
You've started catching.
I've started getting more bite. But obviously, not knowing the vein, not being in tune with it, takes a while to get going.
I mean,
really.
you're only sat next peg to me, so you can't really see a lot what's going on, can you?
Not with the trees there, not with you keeping a little bit secretive and trying to duck away and not really show me anything. So it's been hard work. But fantastic day.
Yeah, well done.
And all we want is nothing else to you. 'Cause I